Got something in the mail. Actually, it's two things. For now, let's start with the ZV-E10 Mark II SmallRig cage. Very minimalist packaging. There's some instruction manuals. Don't need that. Let's get into here. Boom. That's all there is to it. But I can tell you, this feels very nice. Very high quality. I like the design. Kind of contrasting when it comes to color. It's not the same black. Not necessarily something bad. I think this looks nice. Gonna go into more depth in just a second, but let's put this on here. Gotta release the quick release mount. Actually, no, we need to get some tools to actually mount this. The tool is embedded in here. Pull that out. It's magnetically attached. Very nice because you always have this with you if you leave it in here. This is the left side. We're gonna do this. We're gonna slide it in here. Boom. Fits very nicely in here. What I really like about this cage is that it mounts in 3 points. It mounts right here, it mounts here and here. So you get a super strong hold on here. This is where these mounts go in. And if you press them in correctly, it will sit very nicely and it will hold it super tight so nothing here is moving. This is it. Look at this. It looks super nice. It makes the grip even bigger. That is so nice to hold. So many screw-on points. I will get a top handle for this as well. 3 mounting points here, and I will not be using this side, but I will be using this side right here for my tripod mount and my vertical mount too, so I can mount it vertically on the tripod, but also so I can mount it vertically on my gimbal. As you'll see right now, even with the standard mounting point, I can mount it like that. So this is how I would mount it on the tripod without the cage. It works natively, even without the cage. But what's very nice about this cage is that you can mount it differently, because if you use it like this, and how DJI tells you to use it in vertical mode, this sucks. It does not work very well. The motors, I've calibrated it so many times, it just doesn't work that well in this mode. So what I would advise you to do, and I'll have a video on this coming up too, is instead of mounting it here, mount it to the side. And then keep the gimbal in horizontal mode, but mount the camera on there like this. This you can only do with a cage, but I believe this will give you way better results and a way more stable footage, because the gimbal has all its axes. Let me show you right here. So we would go ahead and add back this piece, which we took off. Basically somewhere here it was. And then we could add the camera. So I'll have a video on that coming up soon. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. That was one of my thoughts. Then the other one was the top handle, and now for the top handle that you could add here. And the final thought now was this cold shoe. And I'll have a review video of this too. This fits to the regular shoe, the Sony shoe right here. However, this one does have pins, and if you insert it correctly, there's no issue. You can still use it that way. I didn't want to risk damaging these pins, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on here. That is pretty much it for this video. Just a short review so you know what you will get when you purchase this SmallRig cage. Very nice build quality. It isn't super cheap, but I think it is at a price where you will be happy for the value you get.